My name is Grether Ginorio.
My name is Guillermo Ginorio. They call me Bill for Guillermo. I live here in the Tequesta Knolls right now.
We were doing ministry work, and we lived in Homestead, and we did a lot of outreach and everything in the community, helping the people, giving food and shelter. About 5 years ago, I was diagnosed that I was contaminated with something that they did in an operation on me that got me sick, and that I was supposedly going to die. So we gave in the church, which still is heavy in my heart, and I have a daughter in the military in Mississippi. So she told us to go and live with her. I wasn't taking any medication, because when I went there, I just wanted to die right away, so he could come back and take the church. And one day I'm sitting on the porch with him, and I says to him, something's not right. I haven't got sick in about a week. He says, what do you mean you haven't got sick? I wasn't taking my meds. I wasn't getting sick. I was feeling better. And when I went to get checked, I was healed. We came back, but the man that had the church didn't want to give it back, so then we had no place to go because we had sold our place and gave all our furniture away, and I wasn't supposed to live any longer, and then we became homeless. He had a pension coming in from the VA, but I still wasn't getting anything, and it wasn't enough for an apartment. But then somebody told him about that the VA had something going on for the homeless, and finally they called us in for an interview for an apartment. A week later, they called us in for this apartment in Miami because there's nothing in Homestead.
And the maximum the SSI pays is $750 a month. The going rent here in Miami, okay, is above $700. And these people only bring $750 a month. And then on top of that, they have to buy their groceries, or they have to buy,
personal stuff.
They don't have the money.
And he knows that because he does the
I work with that every day,
them.
and people cry and cry and cry. And so the one of the highest thing in Miami is rent. And it's overcrowded here. There's hardly any rentals around. And those are very expensive. And so if they want to do away with the low-income housing,
there's going to be more homeless. There's going to be more homeless.
It's a crime. Come on,
I work 2 and 3 jobs with my kids.
No, the thing is, when I was young, they said, "Oh, you're gonna be making $900 a month when you retire. That's good. That's a lot of money. That was in 1965, 70. It was a lot of money, but today is nothing.
$900 is nothing.
$900 is nothing."